can build your resilience to stress and adversity. With over 25 years' experience as a human behavior specialist, Marshall has led programs for professional associations, corporations, and governmental agencies seeking to manage change and stress. His style is relaxed, conversational, humorous, and sometimes a little irreverent. Now, let's join Marshall Lightner as he leads our audience through an experience showing them the power we have to achieve victory over change and adversity.
Stress kills people every day. It's killed more people than have died in wars. It kills more people than have died in automobile accidents. It is a loaded gun. And so what we're here to do today is to give you some ammunition against this killer. We're going to give you a solution to dealing with stress today. And what we're going to do first is have you imagine, with your eyes closed, go ahead and close your eyes, everyone. Good. And what I'd like you to imagine in your mind's eye is that you're going to the grocery store where you normally shop. And you're on a mission today. The mission is to collect 6 very sour lemons. And you make your way through the produce section of the market, and there they are. Beautiful, bright yellow lemons in a bin underneath those gleaming neon lights that they have in the supermarket. And you walk over there and you pick one up in your hand. And you can feel it's kind of cool to the touch. And you can see the lemon skin, bright yellow lemon skin, with the pores in the lemon skin, and you sniff it. And it seems a little bit lemon scent, a little bit sour, but you're not really sure. And you had the foresight to bring a little pocket knife with you, and you take a knife and you cut that lemon in half. And now you have a half a lemon in each hand. And you can see the lemon meat, that bright yellow meat, all divided up in neat little sections that Mother Nature's provided for us, and dewy drops of lemon juice just clinging to the surface of the lemon meat. And you take that half, sniff it, and you get a much more pungent lemon smell now coming through your nostrils, and you're still just a little skeptical, and it looks really good, and you just can't resist, and you bite deep into the lemon meat, and you can feel the juices of that lemon meat just exploding into your mouth, swimming all around, and invading your taste buds with a very sour taste of lemon juice. And you know you found the right lemons. You take a half a dozen of them, you put them in a bag, you check out and pay for them, and fortunately, they have one of those little drinking fountains by the front door so that you can get that juice taste out of your mouth. And each of you, I'd like you to open your eyes now, and what I need to have is a show of hands. How many of you have salivated or puckered during this fantasy? About 70% of the people will pucker or salivate during this guided imagery. Before you answer the next question by raising your hand, be careful, because you know I'm a clinical psychologist by training, even though I don't practice that anymore. How many of you see lemons in the room? Good. Nobody needs to be referred to one of my colleagues. There are no lemons in the room. But there are lemons in our mind, right here, in a picture. And as a result of that picture in our mind's eye, our body had an experience of salivation. It got prepared to digest lemons that aren't even here. What we've learned from this is that the mind has the power to create experiences in the body, and that your mind has the ability then to direct your experience of life. So unfortunately, or fortunately as the case may be, your body doesn't know the difference between a real or an imagined event. Real lemons get you salivation, imagined lemons get you salivation. Let's take this to the next level and bring in another example. Let's imagine for a moment that through the back door of that room, a 600-pound male Bengal tiger comes strolling in here. He's hungry, he's angry, and we all, each of us, look like a tender little morsel. What's going to happen now? I'll tell you what's going to happen now, because you can't help it. There's going to be a reflex response inside of you that gets you prepared for this emergency. you are going to freeze just as tight as you can get. Your muscles are going to tense, your heart's going to race, your blood pressure's going to go sky high, you're going to be sweating, and you're going to be looking at everybody else. I hope I can outrun the slowest person in this room. That's what you're going to be thinking. Because this tiger represents a threat to your survival, and nature has built in each of us a mechanism that allows us to get prepared for that emergency. But fortunately, or unfortunately, as the case may be, we don't live in the jungle anymore. But guess what? We create paper tigers in our mind's eye. And remember, the body doesn't know the difference between a real or imagined experience. So if that paper tiger is in your mind, it has the power to evoke the same response as one walking in the room. So now what I'm here to tell you is that we are creating paper tigers all the time. And I'm going to give you an example, a demonstration of how I might create a paper tiger. What I have right here in my hand is a balloon. I'd like you to imagine that this balloon represents me. And every time I create a paper tiger, I'm going to put some air in the balloon, create some pressure, because that's how we experience stress. It's pressure. So let's imagine that I'm in my car, driving to work. I've got an important meeting. I'm a little tight on time. A little bit of pressure builds in the system. And my cell phone rings. It's the secretary. Where are you? These people have been here for 15 minutes. They're getting a little agitated. I get to the office, and guess what? The meeting doesn't go so well. I'm upset. They're upset. Not a good day. I've got some pressure now building up in my system here, don't I? And guess what? I get a phone call. It's my wife. She says, "Hi, honey, how's your day?" And it's just really swell. But she also says, "On the way home, could you stop at the store because Mom and Dad are coming over for dinner?" I'm getting a little tense here. And now she adds, "Oh, tomorrow we have a meeting at the school at 11 because once again our son had to go to the principal's office." You know what? My skin is getting a little thin here. One more change comes my way, I could burst. But fortunately, I'm here to tell you that there are solutions to this problem. You can learn to take the pressure out of your system. There's one very easy tool that you can use. It's called diaphragmatic breathing. When we're stressed, we breathe differently than we do when we're relaxed. For an example, don't you just take your hand, put it on your belly, and as you breathe in, just let your belly relax and expand as the air enters your body, and you can feel your hand move up or move out. And as you breathe out, you can feel your hand collapse as your stomach collapses. This is how we are supposed to breathe throughout our day. So if you did this throughout the day, you would take some air out of the system, some pressure out of your life, wouldn't you? But remember, this all starts from having paper tigers we create in our mind. But what if you had the belief and the notion that whatever happens, you can handle it? You have that kind of confidence. Less pressure in your system now, isn't there? And what if you had built a life that is so rewarding to you that even if work goes bad that day, you get to come home to a great family life and enjoy yourself? Less pressure in your system. And finally, what if you had the notion that, or a perspective, that no matter what happens to you, that you have a constant source of renewal and faith? Less pressure is inside your system now, isn't it? And what we're going to spend some time for the rest of the day talking about are the 3 secrets to building resilience to stress and change. And using these 3 secrets throughout your day will make a dramatic change in your experience of stress.